Hi everyone, this is Dr. Crystal Lee, aka Author K Lee, and I am doing a special video for you because I want to let you know about a new initiative that we're going to be starting in my chaplain department, and that is called A Call to Pray. I know it sounds really simple, but one of the things that the Lord has really been pushing on me is the need and the necessity to pray. I know it's been said many a times in many a ways, prayer changes things. But how many people really do believe that? How many people really know that? How many people have seen their prayers answered or can understand their answers to say that the Lord has in fact answered their prayer? And so one of the things that I was told many years ago, almost 9, 10 years ago, kind of old, was I ran into a prophet at Wendy's of all places, and I hadn't met him before, and he said, "Woman of God, do you know what your gift is?" And I said, no, because at that time I was younger, 10 years younger, and I didn't really know everything that I was supposed to be doing. I was still kind of figuring things out. I knew who the Father was. I knew I was called to do some things. I knew I was called to be an evangelist. I knew I was called to uh, teach people the things I was learning because I was learning a lot even then. But I didn't really understand anything about, how my prayers could really impact other people or even myself in some ways. But he said, "You have the gift of Gideon prayers." And I said, okay. For those that don't know the story of Gideon was told by Deborah in the Old Testament. This is she became the first judge actually in the Old Testament. But what happened was Deborah got a word from the Father, and she was supposed to deliver it to Gideon. And that word was he was supposed to go into battle, and when he went into battle, the Lord would give him the victory. Well, Gideon was not certain that she was certain, and who wants to go into a battle or go into a situation where it could be life or death, threatening, harmful, or anything else, and not know for certainty that it was really the Lord and not them or something else or their thinking or whatever. So he wanted to be sure. So what he did was is he prayed for the ground to be wet and for him to be dry. The Lord did it, and then he was still not convinced. So he said, "Lord, okay, let the ground be wet and let me be dry. And then I know it's you." And the Lord did that too. The sad part is Gideon still didn't believe him, which is why Deborah became the first judge. But he did get the victory, i.e., she went into battle with him kind of before him, and then he caught up to the blessing. But that's not the part that I want to highlight. What I want to highlight is this: is that if for those of us out there that are gifted to be intercessors or to pray for people, to intercede on their behalf, to bring prayer requests to heaven, and you have the ability to get an answer, how amazing is that gift? And that is one of the gifts that I do have. And at this time in my life, the Lord is pushing me to do more with it and not just pray for my own family or people that come to me with prayer requests that I know, but also people that have prayer requests that I don't know or that I don't know they need prayer. Because all y'all are my friends on here. So I want to encourage you to submit your prayer request to my website. You can go to authorklee.com or crystalleeenterprises.com, and you can click on the call to pray or chaplaincy service button, and you can go to that page and scroll down to a call to pray and fill out the form. So why are you filling out the form? What am I really doing? So the reason why I want to do this is because I want to show you that prayer really does work. Not only does it work in this season, in this time, signs, miracles, and wonders are really taking place. And a lot of people that need these moments to either keep believing or to reaffirm their faith or to know that they're not crazy or whatever it is, the Lord is faithful to answer your prayers. And I just want to give you a few examples of like how my prayers have been working and how fast they are. I mean, I used to pray certain things, and don't get me wrong, I would get an answer quick. I might not see the fulfillment of my answer, but I would know very quickly if I was right or wrong or whatever. And then, of course, I would have to change my actions to line up if they were not right. But a woman came to me, and she was estranged from her mother, meaning they didn't really have a speaking relationship. They fell out for whatever reason. And she said, "Crystal, I really want to get back in touch with my mom." And I kept asking her, "Are you okay? Do you need anything? Are you all right?" And, she was like, "Well, I know you're going through something, and I'm going through something. I just want to be here for you." And I'm thinking, okay, what's going on in her world? So, of course, when I bumped into her mom, I was like, "Hey, mom, you need to call your daughter." I didn't know why. Two more times I told her to call her daughter. She was convinced there was no need to call her daughter. Daughter's fine or whatever. And so that conversation disappeared. A few days later, I get a call, and that person is on the phone because there was not everything was not fine. And she really, really did need her mom's help, or really her whole family's help, because she was actually stranded. She got abandoned, and she was abandoned with her kids and everything. And so, in this conversation, when one of her closest friends, siblings reached out to her, they actually brought all of them together, and her mom was on that call, and the relationship that was not there before was established on that call. You see, sometimes we get the answers to our prayers, but they don't sound like, they don't look like what we really wanted. What sometimes we say we want is a connection or reconnect with our mother, and it might come by way of everything else coming out that you need too. And in that case for her, that happened. But the good news is she's now with her family, and she's getting the help she needs, and she has that relationship with her mother, and they both are moving in the right direction. So I want to encourage you, if you might have a large request or a small request. Some small request is this. Okay, I'll be transparent. I'm a writer. I'm a ghostwriter. I'm a great, editor when it comes to looking at content and saying what needs to be added or what needs to be taken away. But lately, I have been feeling, and I mean like over the last 3 days, I was talking to the Father. I was like, Lord, I am just so embarrassed because I'm a great writer. I'm a great ghostwriter. I can do content. I can do films and TV shows and all these things. And yet I can't find, sometimes the simplest of errors. And it just drives me crazy because I know, how to write. I mean, I know what I want to write. I know how to write for other people, but this copy editing thing is just not my thing. And so I reached out to a friend of mine, and she's also a really great writer, content writer, love her to death. We used to work together some years ago. And I said, you know what? Are you a copy editor? Because I'm looking for one to just read over the stuff I submit as a final read, because it might be a E in the wrong place, or I put poetry, but I put the R in the wrong place, and now it's posed something really weird. And so she was like, you know what, Crystal? I don't even copyright my own material because I realize as writers, we don't always see our mistakes. And that was the answer to my prayer, because my prayer was, Father, how do I get better? How do I become a better editor, a better writer, and all these other things, and come out with finished products that are perfect? And my short answer was, hire a copywriter. It wasn't, Crystal, do. It was as simple as that. So if you're a copywriter or a copy editor, do reach out to me, DM me. But anyway, that's kind of the short of that. But what I want to do is I want to again remind you, go to my website, either authorklee.com or crystalleeenterprises.com, and click on chaplaincy services or the link that says a call to pray. I want you to read the short paragraph. You do have to scroll down a little bit, because the call to pray is the second form that you fill out on the site. So don't fill out the first form, fill out the second one. And it just asks for your name. Your name is not revealed in any of the prayers like you see. I say a woman or a man, but I do not say, your name, because I believe that should be held confidential. And then I only talk about the general topic so that other people that might be going through a similar situation can understand. And if they have a need for prayer, they'll reach out because they're encouraged. And lastly, I want to know what the answer was. Basically, what happened. And prayerfully, everything will go in the right direction, and you'll get the answers you're looking for. And prayerfully, I know it's going to be the right one. That I can tell you. And so I encourage you to go there. We are looking to make this a video series, perhaps even take it to television and things like that. My goal is to pray for individuals, cities, countries, states, and then bring all this together. As you know, there are no charges, no fees to pray. I am not looking for donations for your prayers or anything. But if you do want to support our chaplain department, a way you can do that is by supporting our other departments, to be totally honest. You can buy a book from our website or from our store, which is KLEpub.com. If you go to store or any of the websites, it'll take you straight to our store. If you buy something from our store, you are, in essence, supporting our chaplain department, because that's how we keep it alive. So if you want to help out in that regards, just buy a book or ebook or coaching services. We also offer that as well. You can go to the website to learn more about what we do by going to the site too. But ultimately, we do not collect donations because we're not a nonprofit. But this is a service that we offer underneath Crystal Lee Enterprises. And I want to let you know about it. And I want to encourage you to submit your prayers and tell everybody, share the video, and may it all bless you. All right, y'all. Well, thanks for listening to me. I know the video was a little longer than I anticipated. Love ya. Bye-bye for now.